Dhurandhar is out, and for a brief moment, it feels like Bollywood is back. No doubt it's a good film, but this isn't a film review. This is a deep dive into the background business of Bollywood. How money moves, how big budget films are made, and how an industry supports millions of individuals through art. Keep watching till the end because this is not just a film praise or a PR activity. This is Wonstat's deep dive into the business of Bollywood. Now let's get back to Dhurandhar. Big stars, loud openings, expensive visuals, massive screens. Theaters that were quiet suddenly look alive again. Social media filled with clips, fan reactions, big opening day numbers. The narrative is loud. Hindi cinema has returned. On the surface, Dhurandhar looks like proof. High production value, heavy VFX, international grade action. Star powered strong enough to guarantee a wide release. This is cinema built to reassure audiences, investors, trade analysts. And yet, the excitement feels restless. Every criticism is counted instantly. Mixed reviews are labeled biased. Box office figures are explained, defended, reframed. Instead of quiet confidence, there is urgency, which raises an uncomfortable question. If Bollywood is truly back, why does it feel like it's trying so hard to convince us? Because the industry is under pressure. India produces 1800 to 2000 films every single year. But in Hindi cinema alone, 85 to 90% fail to recover their costs through theatrical business. Not because audiences disappeared, but because films today are priced far beyond what theaters can realistically sustain. The first overspend is VFX. In the early 2000s, VFX budgets were 5 to 8% of a film's cost, used carefully to enhance storytelling. Today, VFX consumes 20 to 30% of large commercial films in a 200 crore movie. That's 40 to 70 crores spent on digital scale, often to look big, not to feel better. Bigger visuals raise expectations. They also push break-even points dangerously high. Then come star fees. Top Hindi film stars today charge 50 to 100 crore per film. In many projects, the lead actor alone takes 30 to 40% of the entire budget. In the 90s, even the biggest stars earned closer to 10 to 15%. Today, the movie is locked in before the audiences reacts. Marketing is the next black hole. Promotion budgets that once sat at 5 to 10 crore now touch 30 to 40 crore. Trailer launches, paid trends, influencers, hoardings, round-the-clock PR. The goal is no longer long-term, word of mouth. It's opening weekend noise. Hype peaks fast and collapses faster. Add foreign shoots, luxury hotels, private flights, extended crew. Each extra shooting day can cost 1 to 2 crore. And suddenly, even a full theater isn't enough. Which is why Bollywood stopped waiting for audience verdicts. And that changes everything. There was a time when Bollywood feared the audience. Producers stood outside theaters, distributors watched ticket windows like heart monitors. Actors waited for word of mouth like students waiting for results. Friday decided fate. Remember the single screen theaters, cracked seats, ceiling fans louder than the villain's monologue. Getting a balcony ticket wasn't about legroom. It was declaration. You have arrived. When a film failed, careers trembled. When it worked, cities shut down. That world is gone. Today, Bollywood doesn't fear the audience. It negotiates with them. Modern Hindi films are no longer just films. They are bundles of rights. Satellite television rights can recover 30 to 40% of a film's cost. Music rights generate revenue for years. OTT platforms during their spending boom paid 50 to 150 crore for digital rights. A film can flop theatrically and still survive financially. This is now the standard. Corporate studios turn films into portfolio assets. Lose on 3, win on 1, the year survives. Stars adapted too. Acting pays once, ownership pays forever. Pause here and look at the scale. India's media and entertainment industries were 2.3 to 2.5 lakh crore rupees. Films contribute 70 to 80,000 crore directly and indirectly. This ecosystem supports over 3 million direct jobs and millions more indirect. Spot boys, light technicians, costume workers, editors, marketing teams. Bollywood isn't just stars on yachts, it's livelihoods. And then there's soft power. Hindi cinema reaches audiences in over in 90 countries. Indian films earn 1200 to 1500 crore every year from overseas markets. Shah Rukh Khan filling stadiums in Dubai. Amir Khan becoming a household name in China. Salman Khan opening huge in Gulf. Long before Brand India campaigns, Hollywood exported emotion, family, and fantasy. When an industry gets this big, power concentrates. A handful of studios control release calendars, festival weekends, and screen access. Diwali, Eid, Christmas, and dates. They are assets. Multiplexes completed the shift. Comfort improved, access shrank. Ticket prices tripled. From nearly 12,000 single-screen theaters, India fell to around 6,500. Cinema stopped being a mass habit. It became an urban expense. Multiplex chains today earn more from popcorn, advertising, and parking than from tickets. OTT platforms seal the transformation. Over 60% of Hindi films land on streaming within weeks. The first verdict no longer decides fate. The second check does. Distribution remains tightly controlled. Big stars dominate prime screens. Smaller films vanish before word of mouth can begin. So the next time you hear a film is a hit or a flaw, pause. Ask who sold the rights early. Ask who controlled the screens. Ask who was paid before Friday night. That's the new way of filmmaking for you, where art and business go hand in hand. Not always, but most of the times. This is Indu Tyagi and you are watching One Stats. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Stay tuned to One Stats for the news that matters.